Hey, Phil here, Got Memories. Okay, so I've got an issue right now with mini DV tapes. So I'm doing an order right now. And just to let you know, if you are coming across this problem or if you're looking to get your stuff transferred, this is very common with mini DV tapes, okay? These bars. And they are, so if I just play this file here, let's have a look, and how to rectify it potentially. So I've got the file there, and this is only a couple seconds. So this just happened. So
it's September 26th.
And then it just goes, like the signal just goes. So typically, if you've got this problem, or if you have sent your tapes off to any of these online box companies thinking you've got a deal, and you've got tapes like this back, the problem, and then you get these stickers on your tapes, Legacy Box, Kodak Digitizer, and South Tree, and then they've got this BS excuse on there as to your tape has gone bad when it's actually their player. This particular, I've got a note on this player right here, and it had the mechanism, all of the mechanism repaired in November of 21. It's cost about $450, by the way. And I've got a cleaning tape right here. So what this usually comes from is from dirty heads or worn out heads. Now I know that the head doesn't have that much on it. I'm just doing this live, so bear with me. Okay, so just to show you that is a brand new tape. These aren't cheap. I get them from Japan. They're not made anymore, but what you do, put the tape in, hit play, and just give it about 10 seconds. Sometimes I do it a couple times over, and then you can try and rectify it from there. Otherwise, what you have to do, which is have a lot of equipment typically. If you're looking to do this yourself and you've just got one player, is it my player? And I get this in the comments a lot. Is it my player? Is it the tape? I don't know, because I've only got one camera. If you're doing this yourself, you need at least 3, ideally 4 cameras. And I know that sounds crazy, but these tapes do have particles that come off, especially, this is 2007, so, talking 16 years old. If they've been stored in not ideal conditions, then the particles do come off of them and they clog the heads very quickly. So sometimes you've got to do a multiple, transfer these multiple times to get clear picture and audio off them. So let's see, I'm going to hit play here. Okay, there we go. Boom.
September 26, 2007.
Okay, so I'm going to stop that so you can see that is the same tape.
It's September 26.
And then the whole picture just disappeared. So now I've cleaned it. I'm going to sort of rewind that. I've cleaned it. I'm going to hit play, and
here we are. It's September 26, 2007.
So yeah, I'm going to mute that audio, and so I've got more of these tapes to do. But just so that you're aware that if you are coming across with those bars, and not only are they bars sometimes, they are like pixels, like squares, like boom, 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 boom. And then also the audio disappears. So every now and then I am checking the audio on these. And when I've captured everything, I skim through the entire file. Let's have a look here. So once I've captured everything, not only am I just stopping it, but I'm also doing a quality control, so to speak. Well, it's no so to speak. Come on, why isn't this popping up? Let's have a look. I was just woken up. All right, here we go. So let's have a look. So once I've captured everything, I've also deleted any blank space on it. but I do a check. So I'll go through the whole thing and just make sure that, there's everything's nice and clean and clear, and also the audio's coming through.
Why don't you dance a little?
Let's have a look. So that's another thing. You can hear how loud that audio is. This is something that you have to do if you're transferring your own stuff, or if you've got a transfer company that you're looking at, or you want to get it done. This is what needs to be done, is the audio levels need to be raised on them, because if you're playing them back on your cell phones, on your tablets, laptops, speakers are smaller. I see this with every single transfer company. You can barely hear the audio. And that comes from one or two things. Them not raising the audio, but additionally, is a dirty little secret going on. It's not a secret. Well, it is a secret. All of these transfer companies, I guarantee you, they are transferring your videotapes to DVD first. Then they take that DVD and then they're ripping it to an MPEG-4 file. And I can tell immediately, and you can as well if you've had yours done, they won't be like a clean edge like this. They will have these black edges to them on the file. And the audio is so low because they're not going through the settings. And I'll show you here. Here's a ripping software that I use for certain things if I have to. People bring me DVDs and they don't have the original videotapes. But as you can see right here, with Audio Boost, okay? So in the settings, all the audio settings have to be boosted. The bit rate, the hertz on them needs to be top level. And then additionally, there's a setting in here where you can boost the audio even more. And this is why with all these crappy, shitty online box companies that I always talk about, they're ripping discs. Not only are they shit, but they are shit on top of shit on top of shit. I think there's like 3 levels of shit that these companies have, because they are transferring stuff to DVD first, because when they first started in business, everything was to DVD. So they've got an array of just banks of decks, and they don't have as many computers. So what they're doing is just sticking with the 2002 model, so to speak, and then they take those discs and then they rip them. So when you rip a disc from DVD video to MPEG-4, a 2-hour DVD, depending on the computer speed and power, you can rip a 2-hour DVD in about 15 to 30 minutes, let's say. So they're just stacking DVDs and they're ripping them through Handbrake, which is free software, which is crap, really, in my opinion. You need paid software to do it correctly. And they're not even doing it correctly. Costco, that uses Yes DVD, they are terrible. And I've got a video on that on my channel with a customer seeing all these bars and blocks and all kinds of just shitty workmanship. So if you're doing this yourself, you are going to need multiple players, and everything you buy online is junk. It's 20 years old. You're going to have to put money into it to make sure that the heads are clean, they're not worn, because all this stuff has been sitting in garages, attics, not only the tapes, but also the cameras as well. So if you've got, then you're gonna need head cleaner, and that's just for mini DV. If you've got Video 8, High 8, that's another process. If you've got VHS, Betamax, mini DVDs, you name it, you're gonna need all this equipment. And here's a job right here that went to another company, and they sent it to me. This is, let's have a look here. All these barcodes from, I think it's Yes Video, from what I can tell, Costco. This customer sent in, redo these tapes here. I've redone them, they were crap. Redone them, they look fine. So if you are wanting to get a quote for me to do it, gotmemories.com, there's the quote form, you can fill it out. I do have minimum charges. I am not the cheapest, so if you're looking for this crappy $9 a tape shite that you see on Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and the bells and whistles, no. you're gonna pay double. You buy cheap, you buy twice. I see it again and again. If you're looking to do this yourself, good luck. Yeah, it's like cutting your grass and you have to build a lawnmower and you need to get 3 of them and the sun's beating down on you and you're sweating and just you go, what am I doing? Yes, it's gonna be money. If you've got a lot of tapes, it's gonna cost you money. I mean, you paid thousands for the cameras back in the day, and I never understand why people are so cheap with transfers, because you spent good money on good cameras back in the day at Best Buy, Circuit City. You bought, old VHS camcorders back in the 80s. Those things cost $5,000-6,000 back in the day. And when somebody's going, oh, I got 60, 80 tapes over the last 30, 40 years, and you're like, yeah, it's going to cost you, a couple $1,000. And they're like, what? You're like, dude, there's no magic bullet to this. I'm not dragging files off a flash drive. This is all real time. And if this goes to crap, I gotta start the process all over again. I'm not churning out junk like all these other companies are. So you get what you pay for. And also, if you are in Phoenix, I am by appointment. I do have this thing up here because I'm gonna get some work done at some point. But again and again and again, Google reviews, way higher than that now. But you need to see all this kind of stuff. Social proofing, Google reviews, and a YouTube channel with a passionate owner that gives a shit. I started to swear more in my videos now because I'm so sick and tired of having to redo work. Now that my channel has kind of got a little bit of traction, there's more consumer awareness, and hopefully Legacy Box, if you assholes over there are churning out shite work and you know why, you need to clean up your act. Or if you need a consultant, I am available for hire to fix your problems, which would entail firing a mass amount of people anyway. But buyer beware, that is the main thing. So all the best to you out there. And if you are in the transfer industry, make sure your heads are clean. Make sure you're doing a good job for the customers, because you got one copy of this stuff and they're putting a lot of trust in you. Work on your Google reviews. Just do good work, because, anyway. All right, guys, enough of my ranting. Cheers.